Alright, everybody, welcome back to our weekly playthrough of Blueprints. Diving back in, I think we left off on day 60, if I recall. Yes, so we're gonna be kicking off day 61 at the start of this stream now. Uh, we were pretty accomplished. Last stream, we got another antechamber key, this one from the clock tower. We had a fair bit of puzzling last stream, mostly with the billiards room, the dartboard puzzle, throwing some new little problems and tricks at us, and then a good amount of time with the clock tower puzzle as well. Let's go ahead and grab our little package here. Okay, a couple keys and a lockpick set, which is quite useful. This stream, same deal. We're on the lookout for any antechamber keys that we can get a hold of. We do have the little riddle that says where those keys are. We figured out, I think, about half of them, and those are the ones that we've been able to accomplish and get. We still need the key from the vault, which we just have to hope we get a vault and the correct safety deposit box key to get. Let's see. Trading post we blew over already. Hovel we don't necessarily need. Oh, dang it, I didn't grab my allowance from the table, so we're just already wasting steps. But you know what? I think we'll pop a shrine. Because I'll just come back. Yeah, because we don't have our blessing currently. So I'll come back and throw some coins in there. I always forget. I swear, the first day of each stream, I always forget to grab the allowance off the table. Before I head out to that side chamber. But today, same deal. We're just looking for more, hopefully, keys to the antechamber. I have a theory still. I haven't touched it in a while, but the reservoir down below, I still want to see if I can get that boat across the reservoir, and if we can somehow access that tunnel. That looks like there's a tunnel like beneath the reservoir and stuff like that. If we lower the water level, we just got to find out what water level it is. That should give us the gambler or the high roller. Yeah, I like that one. It's pretty useful. So if we can get the pump room and stuff today, we'll fool around with that as well. But now we're just kind of on the lookout for any other possible clues that could hint at the location of the other antechamber keys. We're also looking for that third microchip. We did find the second one in these vases. So let's just head. Let's go left today, actually. We'll pop a den. So we're just gonna keep our eye out, because we're gonna cross our fingers and hope that the stars align and we get a vault with a safety deposit key. We'll go ahead and do a kitchen, I suppose, just to keep the corner ending. We're going to get back some of our steps that we spent. Courtyard, I feel like it's been going crazy with courtyards recently, so we'll just do a den. It's free, and it gives us a gem. And I'm not worried about stuff being locked this early, plus we got plenty of keys. We'll do a nook. So I'll get us a spare key and more steps. Even though it hangs to the right a little bit. Security is a great pull, in case we get an upgrade disc. I feel like that mug hasn't always been there. Okay. Well, let's keep heading north. Weight room. We do lose half our steps, but we have a lever in there now for the bottom of the antechamber. Let's go ahead and re-roll. Armory might be pretty good, even though it's kind of diverging from the direction we want to head. Mew, what did I break the vases with? It was, I think I just had the Morning Star, but I think you could have done a sledgehammer as well. So like the Morning Star or the sledgehammer was able to break the vase. I think had the Morning Star at the moment. We're going to take the shield with us too. But I noticed that the vases were like they had like the same cracked pattern as some of the walls that you can break down. So I walked up to them, and lo and behold, you can interact with them. We'll redraw those as well. not the best pulls. Let's do observatory. But there was a microchip in there, which seems kind of anticlimactic. I feel like the microchip would be like behind a puzzle or something else, so I feel like maybe the other one is similarly in somewhere kind of anticlimactic or not as hidden. Ralphine, today I'm hoping to get another antechamber key. We do know that there's one in a vault. Let's go and pop the gift shop and get another dice. We do know that there's one in the vault, so we're kind of crossing our fingers that we pull a vault today or in the next couple of days. But also that we get maybe the key that coincides with it, because we know it's probably in one of the safety deposit boxes. But to open those up, we have to hope that we get the proper key. We've gotten a few already, but they just aren't the one we're looking for. Aside from that, I do want to play around with the pump room again because I still feel like we can do something with the reservoir and the boat down below. We did get a sale from the observatory. We've already bought everything in the gift shop, but it might be useful if we get a commissary or something like that. I don't know if it would affect the casino. I wonder. We're still going to redraw. Yeah, it's going to give us a dead end, but that's okay, because I think we will hit at the commissary. Especially since everything's on sale. There's usually something useful, like a shovel. I'll take a shovel. It's only 2 gold. We'll take the glass, and we'll take a couple sets of gems, too, while we're here. Just so we can cover ourselves for today. Because it would suck if we pulled a vault and could not afford it. And yeah, the reservoir. So I feel like we can still play around with it. Because we did already get to the bottom of the reservoir. And got the key from there. Let's do chapel. But I feel like we could still fool around with the boat that's in there. Because why would they have the boat there if you couldn't interact with it? So I feel like we have to change the water lever or figure out what it is. Office would be kind of cool. We don't need another den. Let's do office. And I'm not exactly sure if there's a specific trigger that we have to do to get us the vault, because I haven't seen it in the last couple of runs that we've done. But hopefully we'll stumble across it soon enough here. Boiler room might be useful if we get a pump room today, but we haven't even run into the pool yet. Although drafting studio will let us do a new room, which is always very useful. We're gonna do boiler room, just because that also lets us not dead end ourselves. Let's power this baby up real fast, actually. It always gets so darn loud. Alright. Let's head to the north a little bit. Lockpick? No, but we got plenty of keys. Let's go lab. We'll set up ourselves an experiment. Alright, let's see what we got today. Set your dice to 2, add a small chest, gain 1 key for every 2 halls in your house. Let's see. Do immediately. Let's set our dice to 2 just so we can do some rerolls. There we go. I was waiting for it to trigger. Music room could also be quite useful because I do believe that there's sometimes vault keys in there. Storeroom is also quite useful too. But I think we're going to do music room. Well, I'll be damned. That's an antechamber key. Awesome. I wonder... Oh, you know what? Okay, because we were thinking... Why am I posting it up here? The riddle, one of them said, one of the keys is major if you draft it late. So maybe if you draft the music room in the last line, or like the last couple lines of the house, it spawns the sanctum key. That might be that part. That would make sense. Well, damn. Okay, let's head down to the sanctum, I guess, and open up a door, because we don't get to keep those keys through different runs, and we'll do a pool just in case we can get the pump room. But yeah, we'll go ahead and open up one of those doors right now so we don't, you know, miss out and miss our steps or anything like that. But mission accomplished already. That one was by sheer luck. Because I think the only other one that I really had like an answer for was the vault. Like the rest of the riddle we had already solved, or we're still kind of figuring out. And that one I felt like had to do with the music room because, you know, it said major in it, but I wasn't certain. The other two was, I think, left by someone of your station, or no, left at the 6th station by someone like you or something like that. And the other one was behind the last door of 8, so we'll see how that goes. But heck yeah, we already have what we need. And we have the pentagon, the diamond done already. The only issue is that we don't really have too many more of the sigils set up. So we have those two open. The pentagon and the little key hole we did already. The diamond we don't have the sigil for. I think the closest one we have is maybe the heart. Actually, you know what? I think we have the hourglass. We do have portions of the hourglass. So I think we'll do that. I believe we have 2 out of the 3 for the hourglass. We just gotta try, I think, the different borders. Because it should be, I think, the triple line. Yes, it should be those. And then it should be, I think, like flowers. That's not that one. Is it this? It's that. Okay. And it should be flowers, I think. Although we also don't know what order the lines are in, so we'll just gotta play around a little bit, maybe. It might be... No, I don't think it's that. It's that. Okay. And then we just gotta try different combinations. I don't have the border, unfortunately. I have all the interior stuff. Or actually, I think it might be directly below it, too. No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. But I thought there was a way that we could... No, that's not what I wanted either. We're just gonna start pressing buttons. I thought there was a way we could change the direction. Is it this one? No. We'll have to cycle back. Change the direction of where the lines like were angled at, or like how many there were. Okay. Oh, you know, is it that? No, it's that one. Okay, that's what I wanted. I think it might be that. And then we'll start pressing for the outside. The border. There we go. Perfect. And we didn't even have all the parts. Let's go. Because we had a picture from one of the books that was just the center, so you could see like the hourglass and the bottom 3, but nothing on the sides, and then you saw the 2 bottom flowers. So it had to be that shape, and then we just had to figure out the outside. And this one's purple with a little train. And we have a postcard. I was a little disappointed that there has not been a drop of rain during my time here, as every Eurasian story I've ever heard has begun with rain. I suppose the anecdotes I make up on this trip will have to do without the flavorful setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and ponds that dot the countryside make this place feel different than my home. Okay, any date or anything? That's the address. Okay. Well, we have a picture of that now. No date or anything that hints to at what point it came in. We're gonna have to play with that one later too. Same deal. Some of these allowance boxes are getting a little absurd, but I'm good with starting off on 40 gold a day. I think we'll be okay. But that is 3. We still need to figure out the diamond, and then we still have 4 more rooms. While I'm down here, I might as well pop that open. And then it looks like it dropped a little bit on that side too. Well, hopefully it runs smoother. I don't know why it's staggered. Especially since we're off to such a good start too. That's unfortunate. But I'm feeling good about today, so I feel like we're gonna have that. This is only the beginning of a good run. We already got ourselves an antechamber key. Let's head back up top. We have our boiler room and we have the pool, so let's see if we can't get maybe a pump room. Wrong way. Because I'm almost positive that there's a way for us to get that boat. In fact, I probably just need to raise it a little bit, right? Because it's right below the docks. And see, that tunnel is the one I'm talking about. Once again, I just pointed with my finger. But that tunnel over there, I feel like if we lower the water level and have the boat over here where the stairs are at, we might, maybe there's something over there. Because why would they have that tunnel? You know what I mean? Like, everything in this game so far has had a purpose or, a reason. And I feel like there's a way for us to use that boat. Whether it's just another way to get across, and we're already well past that, or if there's a way to, find a new area of the house. Because there's plenty of areas outside of the house that, we've yet to uncover. Or at least I feel like we've yet to uncover, because we've already, discovered a lot of extra stuff aside from what's inside the house. Let's go pool. Let's go pool, and let's hope for maybe a pump room. Let's redraw, because we have a couple dice. Not the best thing that I wanted. Let's redraw again. Screw it. Oh, sauna is excellent, though. And we have another exit through the boiler room, so let's do sauna. Oh, no gem this time. Oh, but a broken lever, which I'll happily take. And then, let's just head to the boiler room. Let's see what's on this side. Nope, have to use a key. Oh, speaking of casino, I think you're right, Mew. I think we want to run the casino. Because we do have that lever, and we could try that new slot machine. We'll have to go around a little bit to the other side of the house to keep going through, but that's okay. Let's try. Oh. That's to leave. Yes, let's try that. Alright. Okay, this one also has different symbols, too. So I think it's just the ability to win more, it looks like. Which, I mean, we have plenty of money, so let's gamble a little bit. But I was hoping for something maybe a little bit more special. We'll do 2 more spins. go spend the rest of our money on the roulette reel. Because we could wager 20 and maybe get a bunch of keys or an allowance or something. Damn it. There goes all of our cash. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't gamble. Oh, we also have all this money, though. I should remember that. Speaking of why you don't gamble, let's go back to the shop machine. We have suddenly more money. Damn it, no. I want to spin. There we go. Okay. Gambling is bad, but we'll do a little bit while we have, free money. Hey, there we go. Definitely made back our losses, right? And we'll keep 10 just in case. Damn, okay. That doesn't seem as worth it. The lever can be used for a lot of other really good things. Wrong way. But I guess that one does have higher odds, so if you're hurting for money, I guess, which we might be soon here too, if we, need to pay people who are threatening our lives or reputation or whatever they're threatening. But doesn't seem like a good use of the lever. At least in my opinion. Especially because it's, a game of chance, essentially. Gotta know how to play those machines. You know what? I guess you're right. I do not have a lot of experience running those machines. I'm more of like a blackjack or poker guy. I like cards. Even then, I'm not a big gambler. Let's redraw. I don't want a dead end here. Foyer it is. Oh, we don't have gems for it. Drat. We could still go around, so let's do a closet, because we do get an extra item. Okay, not bad. Still, we can hop around. Way too many dead ends lately. And not the dead ends that we want, Like, give me a... I would love my vault. Well, we don't even have a vault key right now, so maybe I shouldn't be asking for it. Morning room is always great, but then we're gonna end up cutting off. Well, we're gonna cut ourselves off anyways, aren't we? So let's do morning room just to set up tomorrow, so we'll have extra steps and extra gems. Ooh, car keys. Okay. We can't really do that side of the house though, so oh well. Do a drawing room. Just open everything up. Get our gem back. And we'll see what rooms we get for this little corner of the house. Let's do a solarium, because that will hopefully bring up some more rare rooms. Because if we could at least learn something new this run, that would be great as well. Mind you, we already got our key. No items in here this day? Kind of sucks. Usually there's something more in there, but alas. Mecarium, how are we looking? We have 2 rooms, so you know what, we can. Let's do a free redraw. Not exactly what I wanted. Let's do night shield and do dark room. Let's head this way. We already have a laboratory. Let's do boudoir. Let's get some dice. That way we can just redraw if we want. Let's see here. Workshop is neat, but we don't necessarily need that, do we? Let's redraw. Laboratory, I'm sure, has some purpose. There's the vault, if only we had a key. We still have other rooms to explore, so I guess it's not hopeless, per se. Let's grab all this delicious gold. But I'm hoping that we can find ourselves a key, maybe. There's usually one in the security room too sometimes, so it kind of sucks that there wasn't one this run. Okay, corridor it is. Let's hit bedroom. Nope, no keys, it looks like. Coat check is actually probably quite useful. I don't think I left anything in there, but we have some good items on us today. Yeah, we didn't put anything in there, but what do we want to put? What do we want to leave in there? The torch might be kind of useful, but I'm honestly thinking maybe the car keys? Ralphie, we should read a few books. Yes, I know. Well, we've gone through the books in the library already. They don't change, do they? Because they look like to be the same books every time. Mind you, I do think we need to do the library to get the bookstore, right? Because the bookstore I also haven't seen in a while, and that one we do need to buy books from. The last time we were in there, I didn't have any money, but now we have like at least 40 gold a day. We can definitely end up buying more books. I think I'm gonna put the car keys in there for now, because the car usually has some good stuff in it. Let's see. Those are all dead ends. No, there's this one room over here that we could spawn open, I suppose. So let's do that and see what we get, and then we'll have to call it a day, I think. Observatory. I don't have to go this way. Make sure I'm not missing like any small safety deposit box keys that are just resting somewhere, because they are quite tiny. In fact, let's check. There's some gold. Let's check the house inventory. Okay, bunch of coins. That's from spreading gold throughout the house, but thankfully no safety deposit box key. Oh, but we do have a pump room. It isn't powered, but we still might be able to play around a little bit with it. Because I think we only need it powered to fully drain the reservoir. Let's see. That's at level 3. So, what if we... I think we could fill it up. So, let's see. Because I think we should raise the reservoir like a little bit, right? So let's see if we do maybe kitchen into one of the tanks. Kitchen is number 4. Okay. Let's see if we can't do, or actually, drat. I don't know if that would work. We might have to put it into the fountain for right now. Let's do that. Let's try this. Okay, because I think we want to raise the reservoir by like 1 or 2, so we'll try that. Let's put a bunch of stuff into the fountain. For right now, because we can just drain the fountain later. Reservoir's number 2. Okay. And number 4 was kitchen. So let's put kitchen out again. Okay, we'll take you out. That's still switched over. We want to take it out of the tank. Put it into the reservoir. Alright, that should do it. And then we want to put the fountain back into there, which is, yeah, it's in the center. That way we can go through the fountain, and hopefully that might be, it's got to be that one or that one, because it was 3 below, and I think the boat was 2 low, so we either needed 2 under or 1 under. So let's go try the 1 under, and then we'll go try 2. We'll go this way. We're almost out of steps, but we do have a kitchen, plenty of gold, and everything's half off. So let's just buy as much as we can. There we go. Good amount of steps. Alright, we'll head out through the fountain and see if we can get the boat to the other side. Let us take a look. Oh. So we have already gotten, was it to the bottom of the reservoir? Ah, okay, this is promising. Wonderful. Do I control it? No, okay. But we were right. So it does let us get, I don't know why you wouldn't just go straight. It does let us get to the other side, but that also leads me to believe we could probably get through that tunnel. So if, ooh, what level would it be? Okay, because I remember there being a clue up in that chamber. Did I take a picture of it? No. Okay, we did not take a picture of it, so let's run up there real quick, because I do believe I still have that chamber open. We'll waste a couple steps, but I think we got enough to get by. Because we want to get back up to that top section. All the way through our little Batman cave. Little pond down there. Oh, I still have to rotate it, though. Drat. That might not be worth. So we know if 3 below was just under the docks, right? So I have a feeling it's going to be 5 or 6. So we could try draining it fully. Not fully, but like I think draining it to like 6, and then try doing 5, then 4, and just, you know, see where we're at. We want the boat on this side, so let's keep it on this side. Almost forgot you still need the key card for that. Alright, let's run back to the pump room and see what we can play around with. So right now that's the only other theory I have, elsewise we just kind of have to cross our fingers for the vault key. And as Ralphine does keep reminding me, because she is right, I do need to read more books. Because I have, what do you call it, been dropping the ball on that a little bit, especially when it comes to the library. I have not been hitting the books. And I do have a lot of missed information too, because I have a bunch of pictures of some of the books that we stumbled across, but I'm missing a lot too. I know that for a fact. All right. So we can lower it by, I think each pump feels 4. Well, that's 3. So we could do, so we need to drop it by 5. It's at 1. So we need to drop it by 4, which is a full tank. So let's just, actually no, because that would just be 5 total, huh? So we need to drop it by 5. So how can we get, okay, so that would be all into the fountain. Or sorry, all into the kitchen. Kitchen is number 4. Okay. Let's try this. I guess there's still one lever in there. That would let us put 1 in. That would make it an even number. And then there'll be 4 in there. And we'll have to take out 4 more. So I probably could have just put everything in the fountain. So I think... yeah, we probably just could put everything in the fountain. Because if we gotta lower it by... reservoir's number 2. Gotta make it even and then lower it by another 4. Oop. That'll drain it by 1 because there's only room for 1 in there. Alright, and then we'll just swap over tanks and we should be able to drain another 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's try that and see how low the water is and see how much we need to adjust. Yeah, foundation. It's kind of sad I have to remind myself each time, like almost every other room, but you know, multiple playthroughs of the same house, the days start to mix together. But let's check the water level, see how much more we need to adjust, and then, like I said, we were right about the boat being able to cross across the reservoir, so you gotta be able to get to that tunnel, right? Maybe it leads to the backside of the Black Bridge grotto, like where all the servers and stuff are at. I think I need to, yeah, go down the stairs. Okay, so it's at a decent level, but I think the boat's a little too far away. So maybe I need to lower it a little more? So maybe we need to lower it by like 1 more? Because if I can get over to there, we might be able to move the boat, but then I feel like it would be too low. But let's try that. Let's try 1 more. Let's see if we can't drain it by 1 more. Back and forth, back and forth. We still need to find all the clues to the other little rotunda tables and the undercroft as well. Because we were thankful to find that one book that had the details of a couple of them, but the others I haven't seen really any mention of. Alright, let's see here. Can we drain it by 1 more is the question. Does anything have the room to be drained by 1 more? Oh yeah, we can do that. So let's take that out. Let's put fountain is number 1, so let's do fountain. They're both 4, yeah, so let's do fountain. Let's put everything from 1 tank into the fountain. Cool. And then we can put the kitchen into that tank, which is number 4. Yeah, perfect. So let's put the kitchen into that tank. And that leaves it with only space for one more. And then the reservoir, number 2. So we'll have to drain it out. Make sure it's set up. Yep, okay. So let's do the reservoir and we'll drain one more. Alright. Okay, let's try that. And see where we're at with that. Yes, pantry, and we'll go back down. And hopefully that should work, because we are running low on steps. Alright. Let us see. I feel like it didn't go down that much. It did. I feel like it didn't change at all, actually. Okay. Cool. Well, let's lower it one more, if we can. No, we should be able to. I think I can figure it out. I think we have enough steps to get back, hopefully. We won't have enough steps to come back down here and check, but thankfully the pump room and the reservoir continue over. They carry over each day. So all we have to do is change it and then hope that we are right. And if we're right, we should be able to check up on it on the next run and see what it looks like. And if we're not right, then we'll just have to play with it some more. Ooh, do we have enough steps? I think we... Oh, no. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. One short. Okay. Well, we'll try getting the pump room this next day as well. That sucks. But awesome first day of this stream because we did get another key already and we solved the rotunda puzzle for it. So I'm feeling good. I want to see if we can't get another key this stream because I would very much like to, like I said, get either into the vault or I'm feeling very confident about whatever's going on with the reservoir. Don't know if it's another key, but it's got to be something. Like I said, maybe it leads to the backside of the server room. Maybe it, gives us... And we got more steps today and gems, so I'm feeling confident. But it's got to do something for us, right? So we'll see. Now let's head to our side house here. Let's see what we get for today. Schoolhouse, kind of useful. I'm not feeling it today, though. Let's do shelter. And we'll go grab that gem that's down here. Excellent. Not missing anything else aside from the stuff we've already read. There's not usually items back here. But that should help keep us covered from any of the negative rooms we get. Plus, if we get the weight room, we might be able to actually use it without losing all of our glorious 80 steps. But let's see what we get today. We'll go right today. I always like going right. We'll do a den. Let's see what this corner has for us. Breakfast nook is a great poll. Oh, morning room is also a good poll. Okay, salt. That's usually pretty helpful early on in the run. Would have been great yesterday. Ooh. Do we want to do locksmith? Locksmith might be... I wonder if you can buy... I think it's just regular keys, but maybe you can get safety deposit box keys from here. Special key. Maybe the special key does a safety deposit box key, or if it's like a random... Okay, prism key. We'll take a prism key. I will get a handful of keys too. I'll take that. That's fine. I was hoping for something else, but you know, whatever. Alright, let's see. Break room will be a dead end. Those are all dead ends. Give me something better. That's not terribly better, so let's do storeroom. We don't have a shovel at the moment, but at least we're set up on keys. This is going to be one of those runs where we have a bunch of extra stuff, and it's going to be nothing but dead ends, huh? Do bedroom. Mind you, I do pick the the dead ends, so I can't necessarily blame the game. Little Freudian slip there. No extra gems or anything. Alright. Now we'll do a spare green room. No items. Den might be an okay pull here. Let us go left and right. Oh wait, prism key doesn't work for blue, huh? So let's just use regular key. We don't have the garage today. But we might pull the coat check, so let's go ahead and grab it, because maybe there's a safety deposit box key in there, because there has been before. Like I said, they're really pushing all the dead ends, aren't they? Alright, we'll do hallway. Head south just to clear these rooms out. Let's grab the commissary. We got plenty of gold. We'll take a shovel. Good on gems, so let's save our gold for right now. Not the best pull. Okay, den. They keep wanting me to not go north. Like I said, they keep wanting me to not go north. Okay, let's do kitchen. So we can at least continue. Is kitchen a gold room? It is a gold room. Let's go ahead and use a prism key, because the likelihood of us having... Yeah, gift shop is pretty high. I want to keep going north. But let's get this dead end. We'll go ahead and do... Do we want to do hallway? Let's redraw. We got 2 keys. I meant 2 dice. We'll do guest. Oh, quest bedroom, rather. Get some extra steps. Break room it is. Alright, let's see if we can't do this. So we got 16. I think that means a third, so it's going to be 3. Yes, so that's 1 divided by 3 is still going to be a third. Divided by... Ooh, that's multiplied, though, by 3. Should be... Oh, no, it should be 1. 3. 1? Yes, okay. And then we have 3. That's minus, though. So is it 3 minus a third? Which is maybe 2, and then times 6, which is 12, which is 21, divided by... So maybe 7? No, okay. 3, 1. So is it... So it's 3 minus... Well, I don't know if it's actually a minus, it could just be a third, so let's just say it's 1. And 1 times 6 would be 6, though, so that's just 6. And maybe 2? No, okay. Not sure what the minus is then. Like I said, maybe minus a third of it, so it would be 2. But same deal, it would be 12. So 12 would be 21, and then minus a third of it would be 14? No, okay. Let's see. 3, and then 1. Let's try... We tried 14, we tried 7. We could try 3 again. No. Okay, 3, 1. It's gotta be a divisible of 3, though, so... 9? No. We already tried 7. Yeah. Alright, let's blow through this and try some of the logical combinations. It's not gonna be 6. It doesn't probably have to be a divisible of 3. That's 21 minus 3 would be 18. No, okay. We're just gonna go down the clock now, essentially. So how would they get... Let's see. Only so many combinations. $19, okay. So maybe it's by... Because that would be minus 2, so maybe a third of 6? That's what 21 minus 2, so like a third of 6. Okay, that makes sense. I wasn't sure if it would be before or after. Not the best rooms, my goodness. Hello, puppies. An old shoe. Lovely. Security. I mean, not the room I necessarily want, but, you know, shoot, here we are. Yeah, let's free draw. Pool. That's a little better, because that might get us the pump room. We do want to try and play with that today. Okay. We'll do pantry. So that'll at least get us some extra footsteps. Not the best round of rooms, but thankfully we got to the foundation because we do not have a key, a pass key to get, like the little key card today. So without that, we might be a little screwed. Let's do music room. Oh, speaking of, there's the little pass key, the little key card. Regular key. Alright, freezer we don't want to do. We'll just hit parlor for now. No extra item today. Alright, the gems are in the white box. A box with a false statement contains the gems. The statement on the white box is true. So let's assume it's this. Let's assume both of those are true. Excellent. Hey, blue gems in a blue box. We like that. And we do like our turnips. Alright. Got plenty of keys, plenty of gems. Security, I think, is a good pull in this stance. No safety deposit box key, unfortunately. But we do get our pump room, which is good. So let's try lowering it by 1 more. Oh, I don't think I've ever really seen a proper chest in here before. Alright, can we lower it by 1 more? And how can we? Let's see. That would be 2. Well, actually, no, we can't. So let's put water back in the kitchen. Kitchen is number 4. So it'll be this bad boy here. Fountain. Okay, we'll take this off. Take you down. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Put the rest of it into the fountain. Oh, that should be fine. I can still... still do what I need to do. Almost made a mistake, though. Okay, so we have everything into this tank, which is good. That's what we want. Alright, then we do some stuff from the kitchen into this tank. Alright, let's raise this up. And then we do the reservoir to drain it by one more. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, I thought for a second I was going to keep going. I was like, uh-oh, I messed up. Let's use a key on this chest. Why not? I don't usually see a chest in here. And usually we get keys back. No, but we do get dice, which is kind of useful since we're kind of playing for a certain set of rooms. Foundation's right there. Let's see what's next for us. Let's redraw. Good thing we got those dice. Hallway, I think, is the better pole in this instance. Let's use another key. Oh, that will cut off that whole side of the house, but we don't really have any other options, do we? Let's go on and do Solarium, because that might set us up for the vault, and maybe we'll get lucky and get a key. No key in here, though. Okay, let's be greedy and check out this room. Clock tower, we've already accomplished. Ooh, dead end after dead end. We could go there. I really want to do mail room, but let's do the armory so we can keep pressing on. Let's grab this, because that might be useful. Same deal with the Morning Star. Boiler room, I don't think we need. But we'll go ahead and hit it up just because, you know, what if we want to power something? Okay, that one should already be open. And then we'll make a quick run down to the foundation here in a second. They really want a bunch of dead ends, don't they? Closed exhibit, we should be able to trigger. Once again, I'm not so certain how much that does for me. In terms of, you know, like that little back wall area. But let's hit this. Once again, they're really pushing that clock tower. Maybe the walk-in closet will have a safety deposit box key. It does. Now we just gotta cross our fingers and hope for a vault. And if not a vault, we should hope this should be 4. That was only 3, right? Am I tripping? Am I missing something? Okay. But here's hoping we get a vault. I don't think we need a casino to do the vault. This should be... Yeah, we're protected by the shelter. Oh, come on. Okay, well, we'll do a break room. Just because that will let us, at the very least, if we need to, end the day in there, and then start with our key card. And no vault. And no coat check either. We already have pictures of all this stuff. Drat, okay. There's no other options for us, right? Damn it. Like I said, I always get a damn safety deposit box key when we don't have the vault, and I always find the vault when we don't have a safety deposit box key. But let us head back down to our little foundation and check on our little pump room experiment, because we can at least see what's going on with that. Because if we lowered it to the right water level, I'm almost certain we can go through whatever that tunnel is, because why would they put that there unless we can interact / go through it? We did already clarify and confirm that we can move the boat, so here's hoping that we can move it through that tunnel. Mind you, kind of a bummer, like I said. We're still shooting for that vault. We're just going to have this key disappear. But we'll find it again another day, hopefully. The water does look a little lower, so that's good. Last time it didn't seem to change much. And we can reach the boat. So, yes, we can interact with it. So, it's got to be into the tunnel, right? Let's watch this little cutscene. And hopefully... Alright, looks like it's bringing us through the tunnel. Theory confirmed. Now, I do wonder where this is going to bring us. Because it is in the opposite direction. I was saying, like, maybe the server room earlier, but I do realize now it's in the opposite direction. So it's got to be something new. It looks ominous, I will say, considering it's got, like, Grecan pillars and white sandy shores. This is a very cool house. I'm also glad we brought the shovel with us. Alright. Okay. What have we got in here? Is that an RPG? Oh no. Oh no. I think Uncle may have supported the resistance. Which is a good thing, but also like, oh no. This looks like a bunker if I've ever seen one. Oh, that's the cracked wall in the chess puzzle room, so we already have that. I feel like maybe we were supposed to discover this a lot sooner. Okay. Well, what are you? Delete it. Oh, that's the server room, right? Let's take a picture of you. Delete it with an A. Okay. It's weird how they have just an RPG and maybe like a camera? I don't think that's a gun of any kind. But they just have a bazooka. I can't pick up the bazooka. I can't use it to break various walls in the house. Let's see here. Oh, okay, there we just have a proper rifle. Okay, oh no. This looks like a plan. Oh, this is the Royal Museum. This is what they wanted to break into. Getaway car, escape route, white 124, roof access, forced entry, decoy car. And they crossed out Grand. Okay. Interesting. Manning. Okay, we'll take a picture of that too. Aha! Sanctum key. It has now been 6 months. 6 months of living in this air-choked cavern of boredom and dread. 6 months since we said our silent goodbyes to our family. 6 months of planning. 6 months of rehearsal. 6 months of heartache, but no regrets. Everyone who knows me immediately thinks I have left the country. Everyone else assumes me dead. And maybe that's all that is all that is left for us. The long walk and steps leading up to the gallows, a steep price to pay for ideals, I concede, but a price that somehow seems cheaper and less cruel than another 2 fortnights bunkered down here beneath the sand and soot. And yet, as I write this, I have never felt so close to the sky and my dreams. Tomorrow, we will reclaim our birthright. Tomorrow, the crown of Orlando will finally return to Oris. The first step taken is half a journey. May the black shores guide us, Mary. Okay. And another key. Awesome. We seek what's in the shade of truth. So I'm excited to run back there, but somebody was into some interesting things. And so they stole the crown. Take a sure of that too, because that just seems very specific that they're missing certain letters. But they stole the crown. I assume they stole the blue crown that we have now in our room 46. I am here. Okay. Can I get to these other places? Okay. Thankfully, can't jump onto the tracks. Platform 8. Interesting. They have like a whole secret underground rail complex. Alright. Well, let's head back, I suppose. I think that's probably everything in here. I'm going to give it one more once-over. Because I don't know if we'll be able to come back here reliably. I assume we would, as long as we keep the reservoir at the proper lever. Can't light any of that stuff. We break that down. Maybe we could break that down with the sledgehammer if we come back. Okay. I'm confident that's probably everything in here. But we got plenty of steps, but let's head back and get ourselves another antechamber key. Another door unlocked. Oh, no cutscene this time. Okay, cool. Well, let's make the run. And then we'll have to call this day over just because, well, we're at a dead end, but at the very least we got ourselves a key. I'm glad we were right about the reservoir. I've been puzzling on that for a while. The only trouble now is I don't necessarily know about the other 2 keys that we're going to need, or the other 3, because one of them says it's behind the last door of 8, which, I mean, I don't know how we're supposed to get that. It's behind the last door. But we have these unlocked. I don't think we have any other symbols. I'm going to double check here. I think we might have the partial of the mountains, possibly. But I don't think we have anything else that hints at what the sigil for the remaining rooms might be, at least not yet. So I'm gonna go with the heart, because I feel like we've been finding clues for that throughout the house. Yeah, but I don't think we found any other clues for the heart, for the cortisone. But I don't think we found any other clues for... Oh, the server just died. But we're gonna carry on through the house. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think we have the clues we need for that. But I think we'll call it a day because we are at a dead end here. So let's call it a day. Even though we have plenty of steps. Kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? Looks like I'm having... Alright, so another exceptionally productive day. I am thoroughly impressed that I've been able to get... Okay, well, to be fair, one key was complete luck with the music room. However, this key, I feel like that was a proper accomplishment. Solving, like I said, the reservoir puzzle, I suppose, but it's something I've been toiling around in my head for a while now, so I'm glad it actually paid off. Glad to see that we also have, like, a bunker slash safe house weapon storage area underneath our home. That's wonderful. I do want to see if we can't run through one more day, because I felt like we got a few dead ends on that day, so we're gonna run through one more, especially considering we're kind of on fire right now. I want to see if we can't get anything else done and out. I don't know if it's particularly my internet. It could also be the weather in my area too. We've been having drops in the local services just because of the heat. Um, so it could well just be my internet not keeping up. At least as of late, it's been not, I would say, satisfactory. uh, so hopefully it's just that and no other problems. Because hell, last stream was damn near perfect. We had no interruptions, and it was. We still have the shrine going. Let's do tool shed. What do you call it? It was really smooth too. So I think it might just be the heat we're experiencing right now. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers on that. I say that, not that I want it to continue because it's supposed to get hotter, but still, that's very perturbing. I don't like it, especially when we're on fire like today. Well, both outside, but I meant in the game in terms of, getting a lot accomplished and a lot done. And see, it goes right back. Like, I just restarted the stream, and now it looks like it's running a lot smoother, but I think the stream itself might be getting a little bit of lag. So I'm not too sure. Nonetheless, thanks for sticking it out. There are these technical difficulties. The feedback on it is super delayed too, because I don't get anything until OBS warns me. Twitch doesn't tell me anything on it. Let's see here. The empty boxes are both true. The empty boxes are both false. This is not an empty box. Okay. So the empty boxes are both true. The empty boxes are both false. So let's assume that this is empty and it's a lie, and that this is empty and it's a lie. So this has to be the non-empty box. Yeah. There we are. We'll do chapel. Any extra gems? Nope. We'll do aquarium. Why not? Usually a dig spot or something. Ooh, and a lever piece. We'll take that. Well, we've already gotten 2 sanctum keys this stream, so I think we're going to shoot for, like I said, maybe a third if we can get the vault. I think right now the vault and hopefully a vault key. I can't really call that a plan, though. That's mostly me, like, kind of hoping, isn't it? We'll do kitchen. That's mostly me crossing my fingers. We'll do a den. You know, the kitchen is drained, right? So nothing happens? Okay, but, like, dust doesn't come out or anything else like that? Okay, I love when a lockpick works. Let's redraw. Don't necessarily need to do the pools. Let's just do spare green room. Got ourselves another little gem. Okay, it's our only key. But it does net us a passageway, which is quite useful. Got the foundation open. Let's keep heading this way. We'll do mail room. That's not a bad pull for a dead end. That'll get us a package for tomorrow. Ooh, don't necessarily like any of these. But we'll do a break room. Let's try our hand at this puzzle. We'll do the break room just so we can maybe end the game here. Although, oh, I should have done that yesterday, but that's fine. Into thirds. Not really a third option, is there? So, let's see, 9.1. So maybe 3? Or -3? No, it's times 3. Uh, what would that be? Maybe 18? No. Because that can't be divided by 3. Hmm. So it'd be fractions. So let's see. Well, it can't be divided by 3. I'm still thinking of whole numbers. That's my problem. Okay. So it would be point. Yeah, but I feel it's not 18. No. Oh, I got an answer for this one. Hmm. We'll just carry on from that, I think. Garage. I don't want to dead end that quickly, at least this direction, but we're still going to do a garage. So if I get car keys, or if I get that, what do you call it? Coat check, that would actually help quite a bit. I'm actually going to loop around and see if we can't go get some of those southern rooms opened up. Bunch of dead ends. That's great. I think we'll do morning room because we don't necessarily continue through the foundation. Little coin purse. Grab our gems. Let's see if we can't open up some of those southern rooms because we got a good amount of steps right now. Let's get some extras while we're at it. Chow out on all these bananas. And head back. Yeah, here we are. Alright, let's hit the hallway here. Oh, once again, not the best round of rooms here. Let's do commissary. I'll take a sledge. And running shoes. Why not? We'll save on some steps. Let's redraw. Come on, give me something interesting. Closed exhibit isn't exactly what I want. Hall of Mirrors might have a couple items for me at least. Oh, that's right, you have to go to the other side. So never mind. Waste of a pole. Let's head down to the chapel and see what else we could drum up here. Okay, den, at least get another gem. Okay, corridor it is. Oh, yeah, we can do bedroom. There's usually sometimes keys in here. No, but we do get a sleeping mask. Okay, great, I guess. Okay, we'll do storeroom. Keys should help, but I'm kind of hoping for, like I said, the specific vault key, but as per usual, I don't get that unless I don't get the vault. Let's break that open. A whole bunch of gold. Okay, that's not bad. Green room it is. Watering can. Let's see here. Pantry it is. Have my banana. Let's do den. I should have done breaker box, because then we probably could have just powered up the garage. I do want to check outside again. Let's do observatory to see what stars we get today. And there's sometimes a key over here too. Nope. Okay. Great. Cool beans. Okay. Everything's on sale. Dead end rooms and 4 doors. Okay, so dead end rooms and 4 doors are more common today. Okay, sure. both can be true, I suppose. We have a shovel. We have a shovel. Yeah, we have plenty of steps. I do want to check outside. Like I said, I want to get the garage open again. I want to check that side of the house. Especially if we get a... I want to go... Yeah, this way. If we get a torch, because I don't think I've checked that side of the house yet with the torch. We do have a shovel, which we can poke around there too. Maybe we'll build a super sledge. Maybe I can break something out there. Well, let's hit up the foundation. If we get a breaker room, we will use it, I think. Oh, perfect. Let's grab these real fast. That way we can open up the car. And then maybe get something worthwhile. That's the one down below. Alright, let's see here. Come on, vault keys. Okay, secret garden's cool. And treasure map. Also neat, we have a shovel, so that works out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that where we're at? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's the mail room. Okay, so one over. Maybe that treasure will have ourselves a safe deposit key. There you are. Let's get digging. Alright, come on. Something. Okay, it's just a bunch of gold. I've never thought I would complain about getting a bunch of gold, but here we are, complaining about getting a bunch of gold. I was hoping it would be something a little bit more useful. Bonnie Hills, welcome to the chat. Glad to see people joining up. We are a little late in the stream. We are uncovering... This stream, we've already got 2 of the antechamber keys down below. And we're looking to maybe get our 3rd. We'll see. Right now, we're kind of just hunting around for the vault. The vault and a set of keys, so... okay. That's the dead end and the 4 rooms both playing their part. So let's do I have a key card today? I do not. Oh, great. Okay. Secret passage it is. Let's see. The vault is... Is it a gold room? Let's see. Where's my vault? Okay, it's not a shop. It's not a gold room. Treasure trove. That's the exterior. Why am I blind? Where are you at? We still haven't done number 8 yet. I wonder what that is. It's probably one of the ones we might be able to pick as a draft. Am I just looking right over it? Am I blind? Oh, vault. It is a blue room. Okay, cool. Which I don't think I could pick from the secret passageway, but that's fine. Let's do... Let's do a green room and see what we get. I'm quite alright, Bonnie. We're hanging in there. We're having a very good run this stream, so I'm actually pretty optimistic. At least, even if we ended it here, we're pretty accomplished, so we're having a good little day of gaming here, a good little day of puzzling. Let's see. At least we can press onward here. Observatory it is. We could try our luck with the archived things, but it always ends up being a dead end. Especially now that dead ends are more common, I fear we'll just end up getting dead-ended. Gift shop will let us press onward. But let's do archive. Let's surprise ourselves. And it's the furnace. Okay, that's great. And that's the antechamber. Let's head around. This game looks like, oh, Phasmophobia? It is Blueprints. It's like a puzzle game. Definitely not as spooky and terrifying as Phasmophobia, but I think it's just as enjoyable. It is... Can I go any other route? Oh, I've dead-ended. Okay, perfect. We don't have keys. Drat. So let's go end in the break room. It's a puzzle game. It's kind of like almost like an escape room type of game. Although we're not trying to get out, we're trying to get in, if anything. Let's see here. I think I might go around real quick and head outside. No, because that side of the house is still blocked off because you can't go back there until you open the garage. So I think we're just going to call the day here because we have a bunch of dead ends. And then do another run. Oh yeah, no, Bonnie, it's quite fun. It's got a good little community around it too, in terms of people who like pop in on stream and help out with puzzles and discuss what's going on, because it's a pretty in-depth game. I'm quite loving it. It's been my weekly ritual for quite a bit now. Alright, what do you say, you guys? Let's do one more day. We've been running into too many dead ends. We've had some productive days, but I'm feeling one more day. We can accomplish at least one more big thing, right? Exactly, Mew. Another one. We could always do one more. And then, yeah, Bonnie, there is like a proper escape room game. Me and my friend have actually been talking about maybe playing and possibly streaming that one too. It was just on sale a second ago, but we missed it. But we still might be picking it up. This one is a single player only, which makes sense for like the pacing of it. But it's definitely fun to have people in chat talking about like the different puzzles and stuff. By yourself, it's a good little experience. With more people, it's kind of a bit more of a... almost like a party game as you're all trying to solve the same goal. Let's see. Shrine, I think we still have our blessing. So let's do... let's do Shrine. I think, is the blessing over? It is. Okay, cool. Good choice. Let me see what we get if we throw in 30 gold. Because it does change. The monk. If you call it a day in a room in your house, you will have the opportunity to draft that room from the grounds the following day. Oh, okay. That could actually be pretty clutch. And that's for the next 4 days. Okay. That does... You hate the hovel. Yeah, Ralphine, I've had great runs with the hovel where like it really came in clutch, as they say, but elsewise it's always kind of screwed me or bit me in the butt. So yeah, we'll definitely go with the shrine, and I haven't gotten that blessing before. So does that mean if we end in a room, we'll be able to spawn that room outside the house? So if we end it, let's say if we get the vault or something today, right? That would guarantee us getting the vault the next day, which is pretty big. So I didn't know that we could do that. But now that we do know, we could start maybe playing around with that. Because we'll always have 30 gold each day, so we can just keep upping the blessing. So that's actually maybe a little bit of a strategy we can employ to get the rooms that we want. Now let's do courtyard. And then, yeah, Bonnie, it's very wholesome. This game is very pleasant. It is... Oh, metal detector. We'll take that. Very helpful. Not only is it a good, like, little... like, brain tickler, right? Like, you know, it keeps you kind of fresh. It's just very wholesome. Mind you, there's some undertones. I'm pretty sure the uncle that you inherited this house from was part of some type of rebellion or, like, la resistance. Which is perfectly fine. I don't think the people that took over were cool anyways, but there's a lot of undertones and backstory to this game aside from just the puzzles if you want to get into it. It is definitely a party game when I have everybody in chat and we're all kind of discussing and chit-chatting about the game itself. Oh, Ralphine, don't end the day in the foundation. Yes, I can understand how that would be bad, actually. Because the foundation's permanent. Would it permanently move the foundation? We're gonna do utility closet. just because I want to pop a garage and I don't know if we're going to boiler. And I do want to check outside again. So we'll just get that set up. Just in case. Pop security. That's always useful. And there's sometimes a key in here. Metal detector's picking something up. Doesn't look like it's going to be a key, though. At least not the vault key that we want. Oh, it's a little coin. Okay. I guess I'll take that. There's the vault. So let's get the vault set up. That also means we might be able to end the day in here, which will guarantee us having a vault the next 4 days, which is quite good. Have I played... Oh, Valorant and Rivals? I have not touched. If anything, the main kind of, like, hero shooter that I've been playing has been Deadlocked, which I find to be quite fun. I'm not a big hero shooter guy, but that one has been pretty, at least, engaging to me. Rivals, hell, it's free. I probably should give it a try, but I haven't touched it yet. That's gonna be a dead end for the most part. Let's do Observatory. Coat check, we didn't put anything in there. So yeah, let's do Observatory so we can keep heading north. Oh, Ralphine, yes, it would be permanently outside. But Mrs. Badbridge would come up with a solution, and then you would lose the foundation for weeks. Oh, yeah, that would not be pleasant. The foundation is a little too important to be losing on a whim. So let's not end the day in the foundation. Oh, that's locked. Oh, we're out of keys. Okay, trap. I'm paying attention, I swear. Let's head back through the beginning and maybe head up the western side of the house, see if we can't get the garage. Oh, you did it by accident, too? Well, hell, I did the... I cursed myself by accident, right? This game is all about accidents and figuring out new information through, you know, mistakes sometimes. Let's see here. We can pop... Actually, yeah, we got a whole bunch of gold. Let's do the commissary. Maybe get ourselves a shovel. Okay, I'll take a sledgehammer. We'll do running shoes, too. And gems while we're at it, because we're almost out. Oh, Deadlock. You've played a little bit of Deadlock, too? Yeah, I think it's really fun. I'm definitely... I would consider myself a casual player. I am not that good. I have an occasional game where, you know, I pop off and I do quite well. It definitely depends on your team. And it depends on the enemy team, because I have gotten steamrolled before. But just the flavor of the game itself, the cult stuff that's going on, it's more interesting to me than like a Marvel hero shooters, because I feel like Marvel is oversaturated these days, even though I grew up on that stuff. Let's get ourselves some coins and an apple. Passageway is a bit useless, but let's do it. We got plenty of gems. It'll guarantee a north and a west. That's gonna dead end that side, but I do like the morning room. That's always beneficial. Let's see. There we go. And then, yeah, used to play. Like, I don't... Both... Oh, we have another gem. Both Rivals, and then Deadlock occasionally when I'm kind of feeling it, or if my friends want to play, but... My heart is usually with single-player games. Hence why I stream, because it's more fun when you're playing a single-player game with friends, you know? Alright. Let's see. We could do... Hallway? No, let's do hallway, because we're in a hallway, so it'll give us more items. These are not the best items. I do like the Lucky Rabbit's Foot. That might help us with finding a key to the vault. Let's see. Boiler room. We already have the power from den it is. Let's head north. Gymnasium would suck, so let's not do gymnasium. Let's keep heading north. I want to get to that western wall because I do want to get... Ooh, we can do boiler room. Only because it's going left to right. That should open up. I do want to get ourselves a garage. We'll do a kitchen. Yep, there we go. Let's hit the garage. Now, we don't have ourselves a shovel. Right? Yeah, we don't have a shovel today, but I want to see if there's anything out there that we might be able to light. Like the tree, for example. Let's see. Or like break with the hammer. Can't break any of the... We've already looked at all the bird baths. So it makes me wonder... There's got to be more out here than just another way to get around the house. Maybe we'll come out here. Nothing's on the metal detector. Nothing's on the... that looks like the sledgehammer. So maybe we'll come out here with the shovel. And see what we can do with that. Let's head east a little bit. And then make our way around. Try to get into the foundation. Now we don't need the foundation necessarily, do we? Okay, that does kind of suck. Dark room. Oh, a key, and I don't get to see what it is? Okay, that's great. Let's do the middle one. Okay, good. It wasn't a bad pull. Hello, puppy. Oh, I don't have a shovel. Why am I looking at a pile of dirt? Oh, and our last key. Okay. Observatory it is. Alright, let's see here. Sail, and we get some more gem flowers in those green rooms. So more of the same. We'll hit up a dining room. We're not necessarily low on steps, but that seems like the best pull. Once again, I feel like there might be a microchip in here somewhere. Got ourselves the foundation. Oh, that's locked. Okay. And we don't have... We could head south through that dark room and hope for a shovel or keys. I only want a shovel because, one, there's plenty of dig spots. We might be able to find what we need. But also, I want to check outside. Okay, let's go to the furthest left. Okay, magnifying glass. I'll take it. Oh, the stairs in the observatory view? I think they just lead up to a secondary platform. Originally, you had to, I think, adjust the telescope from there. But the telescope is always in the same spot now when we enter the room. Yeah, you have to adjust the telescope. I don't think there's any other things we could do with the telescope because we have fiddled with it quite a bit. So we've left it alone for right now. I don't think there'd be any other keys, would there be? Let's see. Oh, we do have a sledgehammer. There might be chests throughout the house that we missed. Perhaps. Let's do a quick double back because we got plenty of steps. Elsewise, it might be another dead end, unfortunately. We don't have a shovel, so we can't be doing any digging. Ah, there's a chest. Come on, give me a couple keys. Okay, secret garden key's useful. Can't use it on this side of the house, though, so not that useful. Nothing in here. Alright, we might be out of luck. No chest in here. They weren't selling. Yeah, they're selling gems. We didn't do a coat check, so we don't have a pump room today either. Right? Yeah, only a boiler room. So we can't drain this. So I say let's go end the day in the vault. Let's check inventory real fast. See if I'm missing anything. Yeah, the 2 trunks are in the pool. So yeah, there's nothing left for us. Ooh. I'm gonna take a picture of that, because maybe that has answers to... Oh, that's really blurry, though. That might have a clue to that gallery puzzle. This is just more of the same, so let's go end the day in the vault, unfortunately. We don't have any vault keys. Ugh. Alright. Call it a day. Now, we've been plowing through the days here. I say we do one more. Just one more. A quick one. We'll do a quickie. Because I don't like that the last 2 days have been dead ends. Mind you, the 2 days before that, we got 2 antechamber keys. We've been on fire. We've been killing it. So I'm good with this stream. But I really want to get into that vault. And I really want to just have something else big happen. So let's keep pushing it a little bit and see what else we get. Now, theoretically, with the blessing of the monk, since we ended the day in the vault, we should be able to pop the vault open here, which is quite useful. Although if we want it again... Oh, we do have just enough gems because the morning room, I'm going to have to consider that as well. So we have to remember that. We're going to have to make sure to pop ourselves the morning room to ensure that we have enough gems to open it up if we want to do that little plan. Okay. Oh, we can shut it again. That's nice. Okay, so we just gotta find more keys. But we have a guaranteed vault. I feel like it's always the case. If we find a key, there's not a vault. So here, let's head back into the house. Let's hope for a shovel, because I want to poke around outside. Maybe a super sledge. Just another option for us to poke around and see if we can't find anything new. Let's do a spare grain room. Breakfast nook is tempting, but this is, yeah, usually a gem or 2, or maybe a lever. Breakfast nook, we'll do that. We almost always get it for this corner, so I never really worry about it. Let's do commissary. Yes, there we go. We want a shovel. Let's get a set of gems. And we'll take a magnifying glass. You never know when you need that. Ooh, do we want to do a break room? Let's do a kitchen. Because I feel like break room, you want to end your day there, but if we're going to be ending the day in the vault, just to guarantee we can keep getting the vault, we might want to not pull that. Or not worry about it, rather. Ooh, and a sledgehammer. Off to a good start equipment-wise. Now, if I could just have a wonderful metal detector. Alright, we'll take that sledge. So now we have some tools in our belt. Let's pop a pool. Just in case, because like I said, I want to get to that... Oh, speaking of, I want to get to the garage. I want to make sure it's open, so if we can maybe power it up the boiler room, that might be useful too. Let's keep our options open. Because like I said, I'm certain there's got to be something over on that side of the house that we could poke around with. Definitely security. No keys. Like I said, sometimes there's a key here. I get excited. I don't know if I want to use the last key just yet. We'll do corridor. Workshop might be a good pull, actually. Let's do workshop just so we have it in case we want to build anything crazy. We have ourselves our lever. We already have G. I don't think we can build anything at the moment. Okay, we'll use the key this time. Ooh, treasure trove. Yeah, let's do treasure trove. Because that'll keep bumping up the more and more we go in here. Which we do like. Oh yeah, give me all that money. Ooh, speaking of, perfect timing. Do we want to spend our last 2 gems on that? I think we do. Because now we could buy some luxury items, what we have today. Moon Pendant. You'll start tomorrow with 2 of the items from your inventory. I do love that one, and it's only 20 gold, so let's do that. Whenever you gain steps from eating, gain twice that many steps. That's very good. Not that we're in dire straits for it right now. While drafting, you may rotate the first 3 floor plans you draw. That will take, just so we don't get dead ends today. I still don't know what this one does. Oh, maybe that lets you, like, enter a room and then close the room? Let's keep some of the gold on me. If we get more gold, we can buy that spot out. Which I think will get us a trophy. Because I think there's a trophy for buying everything in the showroom. So we only need, not even 30 gold. We only need, what, like 24 gold? And we can make that happen. So let's keep that in the back of the mind too, because we might be able to get a trophy at least for today. Let's rotate. Not how I wanted. But that's fine, I suppose. We can always go back to the entrance hall. Alright, let's see. Drawing room it is. We'll get our gem back. Now let's go hit up all those dead-end rooms before we continue on through the house. Guess it's going to have to be the den. Alright, secret passage. What do we want if we do a secret passage? Also, do we want to do secret passage? Because that's going to cost us a gem. What could we throw down? Let's do hallway. Let's just connect the courtyard. Keep pressing onward. I guess we could have got a locksmith or something. Oh, speaking of. Because locksmith, we can get possibly a vault key as well, I think. So let's do a special key. This might throw out our plans for buying out the showroom, but that's okay. Okay, we got a secret garden key. That's cool, I guess. We'll buy a set of 3 keys because we do need them. Secret garden key is cool. Let's head up through security to get that secret garden. Maybe we'll hit up the antechamber today. I think we could use it this low. Special keys. Let's see. Yes. Okay, cool. It's a good room to have, too. No items today, though. I got a rock. Ooh, and a turnip. Alright, let's hit up these levers real quick. Like I said, maybe we'll hit up the antechamber today. Let's turn it over to east. Just get both those open. Because we could also try the geography puzzle today as well. Like I said, I do believe we figured out at least the beginning, thanks to the postcards in the basement. And then I do believe we have the rest of the order down, thanks to the fireplace mantle. And I just also have to remind myself to go down to the foundation if we're doing that. Okay, let's see. Let's head west. Let's head north. Okay. Morning room. We definitely need that if we want to do the vault plan for next run. Okay. Yeah, we'll head this way. Ooh, archives, not necessarily what I want. Let's do storeroom, because we can still head west from the south. And this will net us a couple more keys. Make me feel a little bit more secure about traversing the later stages of the house. Ooh, and like that, it almost tried to screw us. Let's do den. I thought that was something for a second. It's just the base of the lamp. Pantry it is. Get myself a banana. Okay, glad we picked up those extra keys. We gotta do bedroom. Got ourselves an apple. No additional items. Ooh, okay. Do we want to do ballroom or do we want to do locker room? Let's do spreads keys throughout the house. That might be useful since we're running low. Let's do locker room. Alright. Yeah, speaking of, like I said, we're getting low. Garage. Yes, let's hit the garage. Now, we do have the car keys today? We do. Okay. I guess that's okay. I was hoping for a vault key, but that's fine. We are dead-ended. Oh, I didn't realize I dead-ended myself. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's head down to the chapel then. And then also this side of the house, we might still be able to get to the foundation. Because at the moment, we're just hunting for that key. And hopefully... Let's see here. Yeah, let's see what this dead end is. Attic. Yes, let's do the attic. Thank you. There's usually some good stuff in here as well. We have a little compass. We have another key. A gem. Okay. Okay, this was kind of a meh attic. Sometimes there's amazing stuff in here, including the vault key. But like I said, anytime I get the vault, I swear I never get the key. And vice versa. Double checking, make sure there's nothing crazy I need to see. Right? Okay, cool. Well, drat. I was hoping that'd be more of a payoff. I've missed things in here before, but I'm just double checking. Alright, we'll head... Yeah, south. Ooh, banana. Another banana. Alright, let's keep heading west. Do we want to do a solarium? Do we need to do a solarium? I don't think so. Let's redraw. I think we'll do a sauna. That would be a great setup for tomorrow. Let's grab the steaming hot gem out of the fire. Do we want to do... Let's do hallway. We'll get 3 items. Okay. Not necessarily the 3 that we wanted. That's okay, though. Okay. We'll do library. Oh, is that gonna... No, we'll do library. We'll order a book. Let's get ourselves the history of Orinda again, because that might help us with the puzzles down below. Okay, we don't have... Damn it. We don't have a security card today, do we? Drat. Because that would have been fine. I can't back out, and I don't have anything to redraw either. Poop. Okay, we'll do this security room, but we don't have a security key. I'll double check to make sure I didn't miss it, but I think we're out of luck. Oh, we got a key. Now that we have plenty of things. How far? I snaked pretty heavily. Okay. Let's go check the security room and just double check, make sure I'm not missing a pass key somewhere in the house. Oh yeah, cool. So who knows? Maybe it's in there and I just walked right past it. I thought that was it for a second. I got excited. Okay, let's double check. Alright. There's a bunch of keys. That's because we spawned on 1 paper crown. Okay. So we might be out of luck again, unfortunately. So... yeah, let's just head. Let's loop around. Okay, make anything with the stuff that I have? Let's check. Shovel, compass. So I know that makes, I think... I can't put the rabbit's foot with anything. Ooh, and coin purse. Okay. Lucky purse. Let's see what that does. What do you do? Doubles all the money you find. Oh, okay. That would have been excellent for... what do you call it? Buying out the... showroom. Okay. Magnifying glass with anything. No. Okay. And then there's just the, you know, the super sledge. That note we can make as well. Or the super shovel too. The jackhammer. Yeah, that's right. And then there's the super sledge, which, I mean, might as well put together. See if we can't break anything anywhere. But I think we're kind of at a loss for right now. Let's check the treasure trove, actually. If anything, I might be able to break something in here. No, let's open this up too. Why not? 2 realms have the same color banner. Okay. I have yet to come across anything that would make it so that the color banners are relevant, but maybe I'm missing something entirely. We have our super sledge now. Can I break anything in here? No. The jackhammer, I think, just made it more likely to get treasure from digging up stuff. Like, it wasn't for exploration, it was for like a better chance of getting stuff from like dirt piles. Alright, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we can maybe break down or utilize or do before we call it a day. But I think we might be at a loss, unfortunately. Let's check over here. I think we're on the wrong side of the bridge, but we're still going to check it out. We didn't open the garage, so yeah, it's not open. Can't break any of these. No, okay. Well, that might be it for this day's run, but let's go end the day in the vault so we can guarantee that we have the vault for next time. Because like I said, I'm dead set on finding that key. There's no security pass or anything in here. I can't use the sledgehammer on the vault. Come on. All right. I think we'll call it there then. Well, last couple days of that run were so-so. I think we still made some progress. Like I said, I did learn that we could now kind of guarantee we have the vault, which makes the prospect of getting those safety deposit boxes unlocked a lot better. But our first 2 days saw us getting an antechamber key each of those days. We unlocked 2 more doors in the antechamber, solved one of the rotunda problems. We just have to find more info on the other sigils, and we gotta find, I think, 3 more keys now, or is it another 4? 1, 2. I think it's 3. Hell, I already forgot. But big progress. Feeling pretty good about it. I'm excited to play some more. Hell, I might stream it again maybe Friday, depending on what my schedule looks like, if we have the time. But definitely next Monday, we'll be jumping back in. I think I have confidence that we'll be getting the key from the vault. I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling like we're going to get the keys that we need to unlock those safety deposit boxes. But nonetheless, guys, thank you for sticking out. I know we had a little bit of stream trouble, it looked like, dropping here and there. That's unfortunate, but like I said, my area is going through a heat wave, and our internet has been suffering for it. But thank you guys for sticking it out, even through the technical difficulties. I hope to see you next Monday. We'll be jumping in, playing more of Blueprints, and I'll catch you on the next one. Whether it be a good night, good afternoon, or good morning, have a good rest of your week. Bye.